Time to bring in our once a month visit with a very busy guy in Jaisalmer, India, and that, of course, is Arjun Singh. Good day, Arjun.
Good morning, sir.
And how are you? How are you today?
We are learning to live with Corona.
Yeah, it's that's what we're doing around here as well. Things are really going pretty good in Connecticut, but the rest of the country, outside of the Northeast now, not so good. You having the same problems in India?
Yes, the numbers are increasing, but the good thing is that the recovery rate is very good. If I talk about my own town, Jaisalmer, with about 100,000 people, 109 patients, and all got recovered. Not a single death. So that's why I think the numbers are increasing, but people are getting well because we know that now we have to learn to live with this coronavirus. And so the mask, social distancing, and the other precautions, what the people know, they are doing this. And the schools are open, but not for the students, only for the teachers. So we are back to the schools and we are working on online education because it's new for us and new for students and new for even for the parents. So we are just trying to make some lessons online, and hopefully, because for the next further order, the schools are closed till 30th of July. So 30 more days we have right now. So we are in the schools planning for that. Students are at home; they are not allowed to come to the school. If they have any inquiry, they can just send a message on WhatsApp group because now the government told us to make class-wise WhatsApp groups. So we have just made class-wise WhatsApp groups and we send messages to them. And then the other thing is that what the government did good for them is the midday meal. We have that policy in the schools. So now the midday meal, we just give it to their parents. We call them and we give that meal to their rice and other things to their parents, and then they get it. So life is coming back to the normal. Even we know the numbers are increasing at the same time, but people are now looking more confident and they know how they can keep themselves safe from this uh, disease. And the other thing is that if you go in the market, even in my town, Jaisalmer, you can see the young boys on the motorbikes. They don't have helmets, but they have masks, which is very important. I think because nobody cares about the helmets, and sometimes when they are caught by the traffic police, they pay penalty for that. But always you can see many young boys and even the men there on the bikes without helmets. But everyone is having a mask, as I noticed uh, last week. So this is good. Now people are learning these things.
Well, yeah, it's funny over here. A lot of young people and some people my age, because things are so low in Connecticut now, are not participating and they're not wearing their masks. And it's one of the most important things you can do is to wear the mask. So, how is your son adapting to schooling at home?
Pardon?
How is your son adapting to school being set up the way it is?
Well, he's at home and he is getting he just right now he's waiting for his 10th grade result because the result will be declared before 15th of July. 15th of July. This so he has 2 more weeks to wait for his result. But there's no school there, so he's not going out. He's working hard on the online education on computers. Many lessons. He's very interested in computer science and science like physics and chemistry. So he's getting lessons on YouTube and many other online classes uh, very free, and so he always spends most of his time on computers learning there. And if he goes out, the mask is important for him. He knows that, and so the students have learned this that they have to start their study online. So some students they have laptops or the smartphones. They are working on that. If they don't have, like my Girdar's cousin brothers, they sometimes come to the Girdar and they sit together like 2 or 3 kids, and then they just learn on online educations because Girdar has a good quality laptop. So they start like these kinds of classes online. So the kids, I think now they are very I think alert in this mode. We need not to say them. I don't think that I always tell Girdar to just have a mask because when he always tells me that Papa, if you are going outside, keep a mask in the car or in your pocket. So whenever he goes out, he has a mask. So it's I think they have learned that yes, this is their duty. And the other good thing is that here, if you just come to the my town, people will not. just talk about their rights. They know their duties, what to do, and that's why uh, about 100,000 people on only 109 cases, and all got recovered. I think it's just because of that. And the other thing, when they found that the gates of the temples are closed, so they know that it's not a common type of disease. When the temples are closed, because it happened for the first time in the history of Jaisalmer. There are 600 and 800 and 900 years old temples, and that they never got closed. But for the first time, they are still closed. The doors are not open. So they know that this is a terrible disease. And the only thing is that not only the administrations, not only the god or goddesses, they have to keep themselves away from this thing, and they are the responsible for that. So all the people, they are participating. And if you see someone in the market or in the street without mask, people just stop them and they say just have it, and nobody just say that I can't do it. And even the police is with us every time. Sometimes they become very strict, and we have mobile vans and mobile jeeps every time in the city and town announcing that if someone is found without mask, then they will be penalized for that. So the police is strict. At the same time, other time they help needy people for sure. There are many poor people in our town, and they need sometimes to eat something. So if you go to the police station and if you just complain that some people are needy and they need something, so they help. So I think the police, administrations, and the civic sense of people in this case, particularly in this case of COVID-19. Otherwise, I have many problems that they sometimes people clean their houses and throw the garbage on the streets, and so something is that. But if we particularly talk about this COVID disease, I think all the people, they are just doing their best.
All right, and I love watching your videos. If people don't know, you can see Arjun online on Facebook, and click on and join him, because you can get to know the background of Jaisalmer. You get to see a lot of great pictures of the historic city and the fort, and also you get to see those exciting pictures of you driving, Arjun.
Oh yes, I know that because I have been to that part of the world, which is very different. The green, and the low traffic is there. The people, they just having helmets and having that traffic sense and all those things, red lights and all those things. Here you can't see like that. You can see goats, you can see cows, you can see dogs on the road there. So I know it's very interesting for the people who are not from this part of the world. So they really enjoy it. And when I am on live on Facebook, they ask me thousands of questions about the life here in Jaisalmer. So it's very interesting, and definitely it's a touristic city. But last 3 to 4 months, and I think in this year, all the people who depend on this tourism now, they are in trouble, because I think the tourists are not coming this year. And but it is a historical city, and whenever I just post some photos on Facebook, people really love it and like it.
All right. Well, I want you and your family to stay safe, and we'll speak to you again next month. And say hello to Gurdar for us. We miss him. We love seeing the pictures, but say hello to your whole family for us, and your mom and dad and everything. All right.
Thank you very much. And I think everything is good there in the Sharon there. Well, what we really need right now is the rain, because as you know, we are waiting for last 4 to 5 months, and the temperature is about 115. So hopefully next month when we will talk, there will be a bit rain here in this area. So send some water for us.
Okay. All right, Arjun. Have yourself a great week. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Take
you.
care. That is Arjun Singh as we go around the world, heading to Jaisalmer, India.